Guys, this is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video. Welcome to another Thursday. Today is Dev News and I am extremely excited to share with you guys that we have official confirmation of brand new content, brand new game modes, and brand new DLC coming to Outriders. Can we get a hell yeah? Right? I'm telling you guys right now, man, this is awesome. I have been the #1 channel that had told you that this was coming. I told you this about 2 months ago. A lot of people didn't believe it, but now we get official confirmation that we're getting brand new DLC and brand new content. So today's Dev News, guys, is going to cover 3 primarily parts. It's going to be covering the general news, exactly talking about this new brand new DLC, brand new expansion, and we're also going to be talking about patches and the list of unknown issues that are currently going to be fixed in the game. So if you have any issues, let me know those issues get addressed, and if they're going to be they're being worked on in the comment section below. If you have an additional one, let me know. We'll send it over to the devs. So without further ado, guys, if you guys find this interesting, drop a like, drop a comment, and let's jump right into it. So as far as general news is concerned, guys, this is what they're saying. There's been a lot of discussions about Outriders this week, and we are sure that everyone has many thoughts and questions about their understanding of the situation and what it means for Outriders in the future. However, there is really one thing to say. Our plans for the future of Outriders remains unaffected. Nothing has changed. So, you know, if you guys recall, this, I think it was like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, they had an issue with, you know, one of the letters that came out from People Can Fly saying that they had a little bit of problems with the publisher, that being, you know, Square Enix. This is addressing that and saying, you know what, doesn't matter what you heard, doesn't matter what you read on that letter, nothing has changed. It is ineffective. We're still keeping our guns and our, you know, our leg on the pedal. Now it says, we together, so we, Square Enix, with People Can Fly, are continuing to work closely together on improving and expanding keyword here, the core Outriders experience on all platforms, and remain very excited for the future of the game. Now here's where you need to pay attention. Make sure you proc them little ears up. It is worth mentioning that as our patches to date have and are continuing to address most of the bugs that players may have experienced, our teams are being shifted more focused towards working on and implementing the much requested new features. New features, guys. New features. So that's new game modes, new stuff coming in our works, and new content. Super excited, guys. That means new armor sets, new exotics, new game modes, new expeditions. So that we're really excited for that, guys. And it says we'll talk more about this new horizon as well as the other Outriders related things we've been working on in the near future. Now, when they say near future, guys, that is actually very close, because I have a video coming out tomorrow that we're going to be talking about this near future, about something that got sent to me, something that I have seen that's going to have you guys extremely excited. So let's go ahead and talk about the patch notes. So it says our latest patches is currently undergoing the usual test cycle, but we want to share some highlights of the upcoming fixes and changes that you are going to be seeing already worked on today. I want to know from you guys. I'm going to list a couple of them. Let me know if you guys have any issues with these, and if you have additional patches, let me know as well. So here goes. Further improving the visibility of the Broodmother Surge AoE skill limits. Fix a bug that was preventing players from reviving themselves and other players after using the Trickster's Borrowed Time skill. Resolve an issue that could cause the game to stutter when engaging crawlers in the battle during expeditions. Resolve an issue that could cause a player to stutter when entering the Drain Lake during the 3rd enemy encounter in the Scorchhouse expedition. This one by far, my friends, if you ever watch any of my streams, is one of the most annoying ones, and I used to run into this one a lot. That I didn't even want to go into the water. I didn't even want to go into there, guys. But I'm glad that it's actually being fixed. Resolve an issue that prevented secondary character from picking up the general entries if they already had been collected on a different character. Resolve an issue that would force matchmaking privacy settings to default to open. The privacy settings should now remain closed when set. This should help further reduce the AFK matchmaking. Add an AFK status for players on friends list. Change the behavior of the Devastator's Impale so that the game will detect Impale enemies as dead even before they disappear. I am extremely excited for this, and we will be updating our Impale mod, our Impale build, because this is the reason I didn't like running Impaled. This has been fixed, and now we're ready to rock and roll with some Impale. Can't wait. The Devastator's Reflect Bullet skill will now protect you from Science's projectile attack. They fixed a bug that could prevent Devastators from being able to constantly dodge if they had Auto Reflect mod activated. So I'm glad that that is being worked on and fixed finally. Fixed a bug that could cause client shots to sometimes deal no actual damage to enemies. Fix a bug that could cause the Technomancer's Plague of Sorrow set bonus not to proc consistently. Fix the bug that could cause the Plague of Sorrows and Cannonball Legacy sets to not retain their set bonus after transition. This is actually pretty awesome because the Plague of Sorrows, I mean, it's a really good one, and I'm glad that that's actually being addressed. And then they fixed the bug that could cause certain mods like Grand Opening not to proc if the player was on their last magazine. Patch fixes and other minor bugs are also being worked on. This patch is amazing. I'm really excited for this one. Let me know if any of these that were mentioned you guys had issues with and which ones they were. Now to the last one. These are ongoing issues, guys, that are currently playing in the game. If you have any of these issues, let me know as well. And in addition to that, guys, let me know if you have any issues that are not being mentioned here, okay? So please let me know. So here we go. So first things they want to address, talk about Stadia. If you do play on Stadia, I want to know, is there a Stadia user out there? Hello? Is there a Stadia user there? If you are, let me know in the comment section down below. So this is what they say for Stadia. Today's general news update also covers Stadia as a platform. We are continuing to work on it. Stadia still needs to be brought in line with other platforms with regarding to fixes, bugs, resolutions, and crossplay support. We are continuing to do this work on aligning all platforms, but do not yet have a definite date for when this will be possible. We appreciate this work. It's taking longer than expected, and do apologize for this. So Stadia, they need to bring you guys up to date. So if you are on Stadia, just give it some time, and it will get resolved. Now, for Xbox users out there, guys, if you're an Xbox user, let me know. A previous patch significantly increased Xbox sign-in times for the vast majority of players. However, a small number of players appears to be affected by a secondary issue, which can cause them to do alternative account sign-in in workarounds. We're investigating this matter and are in touch with a few affected users to investigate their accounts in order to identify the user. Now, talk about mods and resources may be lost. This user appears to be quite rare, making it very hard for us to reproduce and identify its cause. So if anybody's being affected about resources being lost or mods disappearing, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll make sure that we can contact Square Enix support and have them investigate exactly what is going on. So here's one interesting, guys. The Moaning Winds mod does inconsistent damage when a player is either a host or a client. And now this one, guys, I've seen a lot. Sometimes I would be doing 15 million damage. Sometimes it would drop down to 8. Sometimes 4. And it's like, man, how come this is being so weirdly affected? But now we actually know. Issue is being investigated and aimed to be resolved in the future patch. The resolution should ensure that Moaning Winds does the same damage as it would in a solo player session. So really awesome, really amazing that now these are going to be proccing incorrectly if you're a host. Enemies within Endless Mass Kill have an inconsistent hitbox. Issues being investigated and aimed to be resolved in the future patch. Sprint with your sprint option set to hold instead of toggle may cause the player's character to drift to the side. Issue is being investigated and aimed to be resolved in future updates. Certain enemies, especially alphas, may break out of frozen CC as soon as they are damaged. This is actually something I've noticed as well with my King Freeze build, and I'm glad that this is actually being investigated and being fixed. Certain mods not working properly, consistently, in particular when there are in clients during multiple player sessions. Issues are under review and being improved on and worked on. Now, issues with the Tier 3 armor mod pain transfer with either the Tier 2 or Tier 3 damage link mod drastically reduces frame rates. This is something that's being investigated and aimed to be resolved. I had never encountered this issue, but it's kind of interesting to know that actually was causing frame rate drops. So really crazy. Technomancer's turrets may fall through the ground. Issues being investigated. There are a few different causes of this, so including the maps or including different areas, but it's being investigated and being fixed. Damage block set on expedition results screen occasionally appears inconsistently and abnormally low. So this is actually something really interesting. So for those of you who may not have been getting a lot of damage, this is actually being resolved. Last but not least, guys, it cuts in during the Minotaur quest line that may not trigger, meaning players cannot progress past this point. I actually encountered this issue quite a lot, and I'm glad that it's finally being fixed and being worked on. Now, they said that the temporary workaround on this one is in your lobby, change your story checkpoint to an earlier one, then reattempt the quest. That's what I actually did without the the information. But there you guys have it. That is what's being worked on. Brand new content on the way. Mods being fixed. Impale being fixed. I am excited. I hope you guys are. The Outrider feature looks amazing. Can't wait to hop in and stream it back up again with you guys. If you guys are enjoying our Outriders coverage, make sure you guys drop a comment, drop a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you won't miss any of our Outriders coverage. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video.